Thank you very much. Just 3 weeks ago, I stood before Council and the residents of Johannesburg on behalf of the multi-party government to outline our vision for Johannesburg, building a city of opportunity. While our problems are vast and at times complex, they certainly aren't insurmountable. And in order to solve these problems, we must start somewhere and build on from there. Therefore, we've termed the short-term phase of change for the city a golden start. In rolling out a golden start for the city of Johannesburg, the multi-party government has broadly identified 7 strategic objectives that will be the force behind our program of action and service delivery for the city. And these are as follows. Number 1, a city that gets things right, the basics right, a safe and secure city, a caring city, a business-friendly city, an inclusive city, a well-run city, and a smart city. As the multi-party government, we stand firmly as one behind these objectives, and we want to work together with the residents of Johannesburg to achieve them. The reality is that fixing Johannesburg and building a city of opportunity requires not only political will, which we're not short of, but it also requires the city to have money in the bank to properly fund and manage our service delivery program. Over the last 2 years, like many of the residents who've been and continue to be under sustained financial pressure, the city has also had to battle with a harsh macroeconomic environment fueled by the COVID-19 pandemic and exacerbated by the July 2021 unrest. This is our reality, and we must do everything as the city, together with our residents, to work with what we have so that we can work towards stabilizing our finances and in turn accelerating service delivery. It starts with getting the basics right, combating corruption and enforcing the city's bylaws. As such, as of today, we'll be intensifying Operation Buyamteto with a focus on aggressively collecting monies owed to the city by government at all levels, residents, as well as businesses. In this light and in the spirit of enforcing this idea that the bylaws of the city and the laws of South Africa apply to all of us, regardless of rank or status, I have written to the Gauteng provincial government to bring to their attention the millions of much-needed rands that they owe to the city of Johannesburg, noting that if they fail to pay, we will cut them off. The monies owed to the city amount to 841,441,441 rands and 53 cents, with the Gauteng Department of Health leading the pack. The breakdown ranges from the Gauteng Department of Health, with over 383 million rands owed to the city, to the least owing, which is social development, with 526,000 rands owed to the city. Once collected, these are rands that the city will use to keep our streets and parks safe and clean, to ensure fair rebates on services for vulnerable residents, to build and staff more clinics, and to build quality, affordable housing closer to economic opportunities as part of the Inner City Rejuvenation Project, to name but a few projects. Given previous positive engagements with the Gauteng provincial government, we're confident that the leaders in these spheres will ensure that their municipal bills are settled so that we, as the city, can fully dedicate the work of the multi-party government to the program of service delivery. Unfortunately, we've had less than fruitful engagements with some registered ratepayers in Region F, which is the inner city region. And as we speak, as part of Operation Buyamteto, officials from City Power and Joburg Water are cutting off the services of 10 of the worst offenders in the said region, who collectively owe the city and its residents an estimated 33 million rands, with the top offender owing 10 million rands. Delinquent ratepayers, government, residents, and businesses hamper the work of the city, which is unacceptable and untenable and untenable state of affairs that we're working to rectify across the city. We want to work with the residents of the city, and as previously stated, we are aware of the financial position that many Joburg residents find themselves in, which makes it difficult to pay the city for services rendered, although we must distinguish these residents from those who simply refuse to pay. Given the financial position of some residents, we will be relaunching the debt rehabilitation program aimed at residents who are struggling to pay their rates, taxes, and levies. And in order to avoid an "I did not know" scenario, the city will be running an awareness campaign across various platforms. Further to this program, in order to increase residents' access to their municipal invoices, we've developed a smartphone application that allows residents to receive their invoices and pay said invoices on time. Indigent residents will access free basic services by registering on the city's expanded social package database. As a city, we must also play ball, because achieving financial sustainability requires that this administration also practice financial discipline by firstly putting in place austerity measures that do not hamper service delivery but cut away at excess, like the reduction of staff serving the executive and curbing unnecessary travel, catering, and venue hire. Secondly, outside of rates, taxes, and levies, departments have been tasked with ensuring that all revenue collection programs under their authority are enforced. At this point, I will allow the members of the mayoral committee represented here to speak about their specific programs, starting with the MMC for Housing, MMC Mlungisi Mabaso.